Hey besties! Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Today we're diving into 6 things nice guys do wrong. Like, why does being a good person feel like a bad rom-com waiting to happen? We're gonna break it all down. Understanding these can help you improve your relationships and personal growth. So grab your notebooks, your tea, and let's get started. Okay, first up, let's talk about being overly accommodating. You know those friends who are always down for whatever, even if it means totally inconveniencing themselves? Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Now, being agreeable and flexible is awesome, don't get me wrong. But when you're constantly bending over backwards to please everyone else, you end up twisting yourself into a pretzel of resentment. Think about it. When you always say yes, you might be saying no to your own needs and desires. You deserve to have opinions, make choices, and prioritize your own well-being. When you're not being authentic, people can sense it. Eventually, you get tired of holding it up, and everyone's wondering who's behind the mask anyway. It's okay to say no sometimes. It's okay to have preferences. It's okay to put yourself first. Trust me, when you start prioritizing your own well-being, you'll attract people who appreciate you for who you truly are, not just for what you can do for them. Okay, next up, let's talk about boundaries. No, not the kind you draw with sidewalk chalk, although those are fun too. We're talking about those invisible lines that define where you end and others begin. It's like having a personal bubble of respect and self-preservation. Now, setting boundaries can be tough, especially for us recovering people pleasers. But trust me, it's crucial for healthy relationships. Think of it this way. Boundaries are like the terms and conditions of your life. They let people know what you're cool with and what's a total no-go. They protect your time, your energy, and your emotional well-being. And when you respect your own boundaries, you teach others to do the same. Without boundaries, people can walk all over you like you're a welcome mat. So how do you set boundaries? Start by identifying your non-negotiables. What are the things that you absolutely will not tolerate? Once you know your limits, communicate them clearly and assertively. Remember, setting boundaries is not selfish, it's self-preservation. And when you value yourself, you attract people who value you too. Okay, let's talk about conflict. Because guess what? It's a normal part of life. Yeah, I know, it's like finding out your favorite pair of jeans shrank in the wash. But just like laundry mishaps, conflict is unavoidable. Now I get it, some people are conflict avoidant. They'd rather walk on eggshells than step on someone's toes. But here's the thing, avoiding conflict doesn't make it go away, it just bottles it up like a shaken soda. And eventually, that bottle is gonna explode, spraying resentment and passive aggression everywhere. When you avoid conflict, you're essentially sweeping your problems under the rug. But here's the good news. Conflict doesn't have to be a bad thing. When approached with respect and a willingness to understand, it can actually strengthen relationships. It's an opportunity to communicate your needs, set boundaries, and find solutions together. Remember, it's not about winning or losing. It's about finding a resolution that works for both of you. Okay, let's talk about validation, because who doesn't love a good ego boost? But here's the thing. Seeking constant validation from others is like trying to fill a bottomless pit with compliments. It's never enough. When your self-worth is dependent on external validation, you're essentially giving other people the power to make you feel good about yourself. And that's a recipe for disaster. Because what happens when those compliments stop coming? What happens when people don't agree with you or approve of your choices? Think about it. You are the only person who gets to decide your worth. It's about recognizing your own value and embracing your unique qualities. Celebrate your strengths, embrace your flaws, and be kind to yourself, even when you mess up. When you believe in your own worth, you don't need constant reassurance from others. Okay, let's talk about putting others' needs before your own, because that's what nice guys do, right? They're always there to lend a helping hand, even if it means sacrificing their own well-being. But here's the thing, you can't pour from an empty cup. When you're constantly putting others first, you're essentially running on fumes. You're neglecting your own needs, depleting your energy, and setting yourself up for burnout. And when you're running on empty, you're not much good to anyone, least of all yourself. Remember that airplane safety demonstration? They always tell you to put on your own oxygen mask before assisting others. You need to take care of your own needs first and foremost. It's about finding a healthy balance between giving and receiving. Okay, last but not least, let's talk about being genuine. Because here's the thing, trying to be someone you're not is like wearing a pair of shoes that are 2 sizes too small. It's uncomfortable, it's unsustainable, and eventually, your feet are going to hurt. When you're constantly trying to please everyone and fit in, You lose sight of who you are and what you stand for. Think about it. People can spot a fake from a mile away. But here's the good news. Authenticity is magnetic. When you're comfortable in your own skin and you're not afraid to be yourself, you radiate a confidence that's irresistible. People are drawn to those who are genuine, quirky, and unapologetically themselves. Once you know who you are at your core, let your freak flag fly. So there you have it, besties. 6 things nice guys do wrong and how to fix them. Remember, being nice isn't about being a pushover or sacrificing your own well-being. It's about being authentic, setting boundaries, and communicating your needs effectively. Are you guilty of any of these nice guy traps? If so, don't beat yourself up about it. We all have our moments. And as always, stay true to yourselves, besties.